Because we all have those friends that sometimes run out of fuel. You've got a full transfer system on this side.
Must be good time.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Liam. You're watching Gone Jeepin'. We are here at the SEMA show 2025 with Nick.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick Ashby from Rockstar Garage.
Nick is going to walk us around this Comanche and tell us all about it. I'm really excited for this, but I just want to let you do all the talking, so here you go.
That sounds good. Hey, how's it going? So we wanted to build something that was super cool and unique. This is actually for Scosche, one of our brand partners we work with. They brought me in this old clapped out MJ, which most MJs are, and they said, turn this into something cool. And I kind of stared at it for about 6 months, and I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? But I said, you know what, let's just do a full restore on it, and then while we're doing the restore, let's do a bunch of cool things. So we'll kind of jump into, the techie stuff on it, and then what the overall build is going to be used for. So first, what makes this thing really cool is you have a Patriot liner spray on this thing, but it's coated through the entire vehicle, both inside and out. What's nice about that is one, is holding that old Comanche body together, but two, when you're out on the trail and you're wheeling and you're doing stuff, this takes a lot of abuse. If you look at our channel, you'll see Gridlock, Rock Buggy, any of those rigs that I roll, light on fire, and they all look good still because this stuff takes a pounding. We have a 37-inch Boss XS on this. If you've noticed, this thing sits pretty low for what it is. It's a 14-inch coilover from King Shocks. It is IBP, but these are a 37-inch Boss XS, which is a DOT sticky. So these work, so these actually work really well off-road, but you can still drive them on the road. Now, kind of moving back through this, you've got a lot of added weight here. Obviously, that old 4.0 is not going to hold up to that. So we have a Gen 5 LT that we swapped into this thing, a 5.3 liter. I usually put a lot of 6.2s and things, but this doesn't need that. But made it up to that 5.3, we did a 10-speed GM transmission, which is a 10L80E. No one uses those regularly. Chevy transfer case attached to that as well.
How did you get the transmission controller to work? Because that's a pretty new transmission for the aftermarket.
So I'm actually going to be shooting an HP Tuners interview right after this to talk about that and some of the stuff we do with HP Tuners. I've got one of the best tuner wiring guys you could possibly think of, but the kit that we use for this is from PSI Performance, like PSI wiring harnesses, and they're just freaking amazing dudes over there. But anyway, so we have a full engine wiring harness from them and a transmission harness, and then there's a company called Swap Time. Swap Time gives you that shifter you see right there, which is a 10-speed shifter. That's the actual shifter that comes out of the Cadillac or the Tahoe that you're going to find this engine and transmission combo in. Then Swap Time also makes the transfer case adapting wiring harness that connects all of that so you can still use your toggle four-wheel drive buttons in there, which is pretty cool. So now you've got this whole rig set up with Dynatrac axles front and rear, 44 front, 60 rear on 37s. This thing's probably going to get about 18 miles to a gallon with a 10-speed transmission, even though it's a big brick going down the road, right? Now, getting back here, what really makes this thing cool is the utilitarian aspect of it. Now, yes, you have 14-inch coilovers, so this thing has a ton of travel. I think we're 7 inches up and about 7 inches down. Now, what's nice about it is this is all aluminum. So the bed, GFC, everything. So Bowen Bed built us a custom bed, but because of the wheelbase on a Comanche, they're different than Toyotas and all that kind of stuff. They're longer. They have a longer wheelbase, longer bed. So what we ended up doing was chopping the frame back there a little bit, push the tire back just a little bit, so we're about 120-inch wheelbase, because this entire body is a unibody, right, like an XJ or any of those. So the frame rails you see in the back are actually part of the unibody. So we stiffened all those with 3/16 plate. Yeah, you can see all that working there. We mounted the bed on there from Bowen, and we realized there was a giant gap between the bed and the cab. So Bowen built us a custom garage, is what this is called. Now, most garages that you're going to see in this thing are like 2 feet wide. This is 12 inches wide. The reason we use this also is because we have a 45-gallon fuel cell in there. So now we can kind of go wherever we want, however we want, whenever we want, for as long as we want. Which is going to...
It just goes and goes.
Yes,
and goes.
100%. And what's nice is, and I'll show you when we get to the other side, but it's not just that. There's some cool things with that fuel tank. So Bowen built the garage, and the bed is Bowen Customs out of Colorado. Brent's an awesome dude. This is all CAD design. So if you have an MJ and you want this, he can make it now. Then you have a GFC topper on this, which is their full tent and everything. It had to be custom made. So GFC actually one-offed this for us, and they air freighted it overnight down to us to Southern California from Bozeman, Montana on the Saturday night before SEMA. So we got that in, got that all done. All the cool storage you're gonna want in the world. Let's kind of go here to the back. What's really cool is if you want to kind of pop underneath there, this does have dual triangulated rear end from Ironman 4x4, like Ironman Fab. So it's dual triangulated rear, 4-link front, but you'll see that big MagnaFlow exhaust coming up through there. That has their X mod up in there. That's a system they use to completely remove any type of drone noise or any type of feedback.
That's that extra pipe we're seeing.
Yes, yeah, correct, from MagnaFlow. What's cool about that is if you've ever driven in like any kind of high horsepower V8, any of that kind of stuff, what ends up happening is you have a lot of road noise, a lot of exhaust noise inside your cab. That eliminates all. We took some Baja Design RTL Minis, turned those into our tail lights on this thing. So we have run, turn, blink, stop, reverse, all that built into those on each side of the car. Kind of keep going around this thing. When you get back over here to this side, it's still the same garage you saw on that side, but over here in this side, you've got your Odyssey. Now this is your house battery. Everything inside here runs off of this, and then you'll see your fuses and stuff in there. But on this side, because we all have those friends that sometimes run out of fuel, you've got a full transfer system on this side.
Look at that. Wow. And everything is so accessible. The battery,
100%. Yep.
Like you're not cramming. Like,
yeah.
The MJ is not a big vehicle.
No.
And this is very well laid out. Everything is so easy and clean. Like, I'm amazed. Everything you're opening, I'm like, oh, it's so clean.
That was literally Bowen. Like, Bowen gave me all the compartments and was like, here you go. And then I was like, oh, I can organize this thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's super clean, super cool. It's very utilitarian. And, I mean, everyone loves MJs, so I imagine there's going to be a ton of friends riding around with this thing, right? So he's going to need that extra fuel. On the interior of this thing, it's pretty nutty. Again, full resto, but we also had to rebuild the entire transmission tunnel to fit that 10-speed. Center console dash, everything's custom in this. The gauge cluster is a Dakota gauge cluster. You can get that for like I think like a 1994 and up is what that gauge cluster actually fits the stock dash in, like XJs and stuff. But we went with the bench seat because obviously it's an MJ and it's an old pickup truck.
I was just about to nerd out on that with the bench seat because like they had the bench seats and you have the coolest, most badass bench seat I have ever seen in this thing.
PRP built that for us. Like PRP does amazing work.
Yeah.
If you've noticed, like we definitely have like that black and gray theme going on with this, right? With a little bit of pop colors here and there, and we brought that all into the thing. Turtle Laboratories actually build these factory door panels.
I saw that. Those are really slick.
I've never seen them before until I found them online. I don't think a lot of people know about these, but that's Turtle Laboratories. Pretty cool stuff.
Well, and what I like is this is going to be the same as the XJ, won't it?
Yes.
And so those are getting pretty old.
They have the four-door version, too.
Yeah, they're getting pretty old. The plastics are getting brittle. And so this is just the next evolution for those vehicles. That's
100%.
so cool.
And all of your stuff goes right into that, all your stock stuff, which is nice.
Those are the factory window switches.
Yeah. We got a nice worn winch up there. Exhaust has to run around the front because of all the transmission controls and everything on the driver's side. There's just not a lot of room in this thing. But yeah, we got some Mishimoto radiators in there. A lot of cool stuff. If you want to check out the channel, Rockstar Garage, you can check that out because there's a lot of build tech videos on this when we were going through it and all the work we were doing to it. We'll end up doing a build, like a full detailed build video. This thing will probably be out on the Rubicon later this year, shooting some content with Crawl Magazine. A lot of cool stuff. We run a series called the Great American Crawl that hits all these big Jeep events in places all around the country. So love to have you guys out at one of those and throw you in some of these rigs and see if we can't scare you.
I'd say, oh, you can scare us. You can scare us. It happens sometimes. That's part of the fun. So I want to highlight something you just said. This is such a clean, beautiful build, but it's not about to go and sit in a garage. You're going to take it out, and the way this is built, it's obvious that you've wheeled before, and you didn't just build a show car because it was pretty, because everything is so well thought out. I'm like, Shay got like so excited.
You're just excited there's
I'm just
an MJ in SEMA.
Well, obviously, but no, like it's such a cool build. I'm excited to see more. If you guys want to see more, you said it was Rockstar Garage.
Rockstar Garage, yeah. Any social media, type in Rockstar Garage, you'll find us.
Yeah, so make sure to watch their stuff. Give them more views than they give us. That's okay. We're not in competition here. This is just so cool, and I'm so excited that we got to see it.
Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking it out.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Hey, guys, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we definitely have more stuff coming from the SEMA show 2025.
Thank you. Appreciate it.